Top 10 animes like spyxfamily. spyxfamily is a modern day gem, but what kind of anime should you check out if you already watched this show? Well, that's what we'll be talking about in this video. It's about the top 10 animes like spyxfamily.
出ておいで。ほら。
Number 10, Sweetness and Lightning. Starting off with number 10, the first anime we have is Amama to Inazuma, or Sweetness and Lightning. The story centers around a man named Kohei. He is a high school teacher with a cute and wholesome daughter named Tsubugi. She is kind of like Anya from spyxfamily. Unfortunately, he lost his wife some time ago, and ever since then, he has always struggled to prepare good homemade food for his daughter. However, one day, when a student invites them to have food at her family restaurant, things begin to change. Little by little, thanks to her help, Kohei starts preparing delicious meals for his daughter. It's a wonderful and wholesome anime that shows both the struggles of single parenting and the importance of home-cooked food. Number 9, The Way of the House Husband. Up next we have The Way of the House Husband. This anime is about the life of an ex-Yakuza boss who went by the name Immortal Dragon in the underworld, but eventually he retired from this life of crime and became a full-time house husband. It happened unexpectedly. One day he simply vanished from the Yakuza world. For those who know his name, everyone wondered what happened. No one has an imagination wild enough to conclude that the Immortal Dragon was once the most feared gangster is now living a peaceful life with his wife in an ordinary apartment. He's just your everyday house husband. Yes, it may not have a character like Anya, but this anime will please you when it comes to the humorous relationship between the husband and the wife. Number 8, The Millionaire Detective, Balance Unlimited. What if you had a stupid, almost disgusting amount of money? What would you do? Well, I don't know about you, but this guy named Daisuke is a detective despite being a multi-millionaire. You could basically think of him as a guy who has limitless wealth. And on the other hand, we have an actual detective named Haru. Now, every time there is a case, Daisuke doesn't hesitate to put his money to use. I mean, everyone agrees that money can solve most of our problems, right? Well, in this case, he actually solves problems by throwing money at them. Meanwhile, Haru uses the traditional method to solve crime. Obviously, there is no family theme, unlike spyxfamily, but if you enjoy spyxfamily for how Twilight solves cases and completes missions, you'll enjoy this one. Number 7, Kotaro Lives Alone. Before Lloyd adopted her, Anya was living quite a brutal life. Although she was in an orphanage, in reality, she was just alone. So how about an anime that features a character like that? A kid who lives and fends for himself all alone. This is what this anime is all about. We have a 4-year-old named Kotaro who lives alone in an apartment and surprises everyone with how independent he is. Be it cooking or cleaning or attending school, he can manage it all by himself. And although this is inspiring, the anime doesn't shy away from exploring the darkness of his reality. Fortunately, he has good neighbors who start helping him out without prying too much into his circumstance. I'd say if you're in a mood to shed some tears, give this anime a shot. Number 6, The Yakuza's Guide to Babysitting. Up next, we have another anime featuring a Yakuza. There is a guy named Toru Kirishima whose name has spread far and wide in the underworld. For those who know, people call him the demon of Sakuragi. A man who can and will resort to violence if it is necessary. If it comes down to it, he would even ignore a peace treaty. This one time, he does exactly that, and so in order to keep him in check, his Yakuza boss gives him the most complicated mission he has ever had. He tells him to take care of his 7-year-old daughter. It's certainly an underrated anime considering how well it manages to execute its premise. Number 5. Kaguya-sama Love is War. Alright, so Kaguya-sama Love is War is also similar to spyxfamily in the sense that they both give off the same kind of vibes. I'm sure you guys can tell what I'm talking about. The character designs are similar, the chemistry between the characters is also quite similar. In Kaguya-sama Love is War, the narrative centers around two high-achieving students, namely Kaguya and Miyuki. They serve as the vice president and the president of the student council, but the key idea of this anime is that even though they are both in love with each other, they are too absorbed by their own pride. It's like the one who confesses first loses, and so the main premise is about making the other confess their love first. Beautiful anime, almost on par with spyxfamily when it comes to writing. Number 4. Great Pretender. At number 4 we have Great Pretender. There is a Japanese con artist named Makoto Edamaru who gets himself involved with the wrong guys when he tries his luck with a foreigner named Laurent Thierry. From a phony drug dealing to high-stakes scams on the global scale, if you want to see characters distilling chaos in the underworld, watch Great Pretender. Don't get me wrong though, the story does delve into deeper themes when we start learning more about the characters' past and their motivations for doing what they did. I'd say like spyxfamily in the sense that just like Lloyd and Yor, these characters know how to flawlessly execute a mission.
もう君を自由にはさせない。引退してくれ。これ以上危険な目にはあってほしくない。
Number 3. Barakamon. I'm not going to lie guys, I finished the Barakamon anime and manga only a few hours before writing the script of this video. It's a brilliant slice of life that I can't recommend enough. The story revolves around a calligrapher named Handa, who punches the director in a professional setting and is sent off to the peaceful Goto Islands to reflect on what he did and fix his personality. Needless to say, the vibrant island life and goofy inhabitants change his life for the better, especially one particular character. We're talking about this larger-than-life little girl named Naru. Yes, Barakamon also has heavy childcare themes considering how most of the characters that keep causing havoc around our boys are kids. But there's also something intrinsically surreal about this everyday island life. From understanding the simplicity of life to his quest from originality and the pursuit of inspiration, Barakamon may very well be one of the best coming-of-age stories in the anime medium. Number 2. Buddy Daddies. At number 2 we have an up-and-coming anime called Buddy Daddies. It is very similar to spyxfamily. We have spies and assassins taking care of a toddler girl in both shows. Although while spyxfamily has a husband and wife taking care of Anya, Buddy Daddies has two colleagues taking care of the daughter of the mafia boss they assassinated. Her name is Miri. She is rather unpredictable and unusually energetic girl, which is why raising her has proven to be way harder than any of their usual missions, but whenever she calls them Papa, they just can't help it. Watch it guys, you'll have a good time. Number 1, Hinamatsuri. And finally at number 1 we have the anime that is most like spyxfamily. There is a Yakuza whose life is turned upside down one day when a young girl with extraordinary psychic abilities suddenly appears in his room out of nowhere. He winds up having to raise her as his own daughter, and well, let's just say that each day is pure chaos from there on out. Another thing to note here is that she is old enough to be a middle school student, unlike Anya. Her name is Hina, by the way. All in all, Hinamatsuri is a brilliant anime. Themes of friendship and family are beautifully explored. Each character, from the Yakuza colleagues to Hina's school friends, contribute to the comedy and atmosphere of the story. The blend of humor and memorable characters together with a quirky premise makes it a genuinely enjoyable watch. So there you have it guys, these were the top 10 animes like spyxfamily. Definitely let me know what you guys think of my list, and if you have any other similar animes that you want to share with all of us, please be my guest in the comment section down below. As always, a like and subscribe will be most welcome, and if you're feeling particularly giddy about these anime recommendations, that super thanks button is always ready to be pressed by you at any moment now. Yup, any and all support is genuinely appreciated, and with that said, I'll see you guys on my next video.